Shalom. I'd to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone and taught us the truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on Psalm chapter 21, verse 8. This is going to be a short video. I just want to touch bases on this concerning our enemies and how Yahweh is going to not only bring to our awareness who our enemies are, but also help us in defeating our enemies, okay? And bringing our enemies down, using this word and any other means that the Lord chooses to use on the right hand or the left hand side, to hew down this enemy, to cut him down. And the enemy is Esau, is Edom. The enemy is the nigger bitch. The enemy is those who are against the truth. The enemy are those dumbass two-thirds. The enemy is those Malchuses. Those Malchuses are the two-thirds. Remember, that's who Peter popped. Peter popped Malchus. Malchus was the two-thirds. So that's who you're gonna have to. You're gonna find yourself popping. You're gonna find yourself popping. Those of you that are not stuck on that bull crap. Those of you that have waking up. Okay, y'all are the ones that will carry out what need to be done. You other guys that's going around believing that you ain't supposed to have a sword at all, you're never supposed to have one. Well, guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to get a sword in your hand. During the time, go to Luke chapter 22, verse 36. The Lord said, but now. What is that but now talking about? That's talking about, but now I say unto you. That but now is talking about the time of Jacob's troubles. The time of Amos chapter 8, verse 11. The time when we're not out in the streets doing Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Being fishers of men. No, when the time comes, when all that is shut down, society is on shut down. When you in your comings and your goings, you ain't trying to push the truth in. Why? Because it's going to be outlawed. Those are the times when, before you know it, just like Yahweh Shai had the disciples to get swords in their hands, during that time. Not right now. Not right now. You ain't supposed to have no swords on your hands right now. Don't get it mixed up. But when the time comes, the Lord said, but now I say unto you, buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. That time comes. Remember, it's a time for everything under the sun. Remember, soft and humble as a dove, but don't forget that last part. Smart and cunning as a serpent. That goes with that. Okay? That goes with that. You got your right hand and your left hand. Yahweh uses them both. Don't get tricked. Don't get fooled into thinking Yahweh only uses the right hand to protect you, to bless you. He uses both. Okay. Enough belaboring in that point, Salakia. I just wanted to make it clear. Yeah, pretty much. We're going to go ahead and get on off into this. This is Psalms chapter 21, verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies, and the time it shall come when the Lord is going to make it revealed unto us who our enemies are, even those that's always smiling in our face and ready to pat us on the back and shake our hands. And really, they envious of us and they want to take our place. The Lord said, what? Second Ezra chapter, I think it's 2:28 or chapter 28. Okay. But it reads, what it's talking about is Yahweh has made it clear where those that are against us, they envy us, they just that. They envy us. Like the heathens, they envy us, but they can do nothing against us. But they always got their mouth open behind our backs, talking mess about us, always trying to slander our names, always trying to do some sort of trickery, some sort of deception. They're always sneaky. All the time, they sneaking about. You see, the Lord is going to reveal their hands, and if they intertwined with us. You know, Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. The seed of the righteous shall be delivered. You see, no matter what, the righteous shall be triumphant over the wicked. And that the Lord shall not at all acquit the wicked. You know what I'm saying? What is that? Psalms? Jeremiah. Chapter 7, verse 11. The Lord made it clear that God is angry. Yahweh is angry with the righteous. And Yahweh judges the righteous. Okay? And Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. Okay? And so that's what these things are. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. You see? Because there's people that just sitting back, even your neighbors. They sitting back, they see you when you come outside, they hate you. God damn it, they hate you. They want to goddamn just pluck your ass off with a goddamn high beam. And you can buy yourself a sword. Don't say H.I.D didn't tell you. No, we ain't supposed to have that. Not right now. But the time is coming. You're supposed to buy yourself a sword. You can drop all that humble as a dove and pick up that cunning as a serpent when the time comes. Not right now, but it is coming. You best believe it's coming. 1 Samuel chapter 25, verse 29. Yet a man is risen to pursue thee and to seek thy soul. But the soul of my Lord shall be bound in the bundle of life with the Lord thy God and the souls of thine enemies. Them shall he sling out as out of the middle of a sling. I mean, they're going to be cast away violently with thrust. You know, for sure, don't want them. Thrusting, throwing them, casting them away. In 1 Samuel chapter 31, verse 3. And the battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was sore wounded of the archers. I mean, he was shot. He was popped. You know what I'm saying? He got popped. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 1. And it came to pass, when the king sat in his house, and the Lord had given him rest round about from all his enemies. You see, because the Lord is going to do that for us. He's going to give us rest from all our enemies. He's going to shield us. Okay, and make it where our enemies will walk right by us. I've had it happen. Different times before with my enemies, they just walk right by me. I've had it happen many times before with my enemy just helped me. But here it is, they're supposed to be trying to harm me. Instead, they found themselves helping me. Why? There was the will of the Lord. During the time of and remember this. Remember during the time when you were in your wickedness, with Yahweh's left hand, he still took care of you. He still shielded you. Why? Because he has a measure of faith in you that he put in you. Therefore, he knows it's in you. Therefore, that's the reason why Yahweh has faith in you. And when Yahweh shall get here, he's going to find that faith because you're going to do your works. You understand? You understand? And so during the time of Jacob's trouble, the Lord he's going to be shielding us, protecting us. Psalm chapter 34, verse 7. The angels of the Lord encampeth around and about them that fear him and delivered them. Okay? Psalm chapter 2, verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. And the time is coming. Our enemies, the time is going to come when we ain't going to be hewing them down with the word. That's going to be done. The time is going to be coming when we will actually have swords. You see? But it's not now. But it's going to be during the time of Jacob's trouble. It's too many brothers inside of GMS that's having dreams of them during the time of Jacob's troubles. They got a gun in one hand, a rifle in one hand, and a pistol in the other. And who are they shooting at? Who are they popping at? Not the Roman guards, not the martial law police, not the Pharisees. religious leaders and government leaders and so forth. No. They was popping at Malchus, the damn 2/3. Okay? The damn 2/3. And not on that, but I wish a lot of you guys in GMS, I wish that you would stop that goddamn acting like you ain't supposed to have no sword at all. Stop fooling yourself. Yahushua did not say you ain't supposed to have no sword at all. Even after he told Simon Peter, enough with the sword. He told Simon Peter to put his sword back in its place. He didn't tell him to discard the sword. He didn't tell him to throw it away. Throw it away. I don't want you to have no sword. No. He wasn't namby-pamby. He wasn't soft. He just simply told him, put it away in its place. Why? Because a sword has a place with us. The sword has a place with us. That's why Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword. Goddamn. It just tripped me out. You're just acting dumb. I know you a bug. I know you a bug out, and you gonna wish that you was bugged out when the time come when you was supposed to have yourself a sword and you ain't got now. When them 2/3 come up on you, watch. You gonna see, because it's called Jacob's trouble. Jacob is in trouble, and you supposed to go ahead and pop that food when the time come. When the time come. No, you bugging out. Are you sure? Because Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword. Remember that. Not right now. Not right now. But when the time comes, when it says, but now I say unto you, buy yourself a sword. That's the time when you ought to get yourself a sword. And where were they going? They were going into the hour of darkness, Jacob's troubles, martial law. That's when you are to have yourself a sword. Because we're not going to be fishing for men at the end of that time. At that time, it's going to be Amos chapter 8, verse 11, a famine of the word. It ain't going to be about us out here trying to push nothing. We're going to be out here doing, in your comings and your goings, trying to gather whatever food or something, or water or whatever. And at the same time, Yahushua and the angels are going to be providing for us. You see. But you're not wrong if you gather a few things now. You're not wrong. Don't let nobody get you in that trip. Oh, you don't believe in the Lord. You ain't got faith. Oh, we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see who rides up in the chariot. Because you got a lot of guys that talking all that mess. But guess what? They going to take the chip. Because everybody's going to be tested. You're going to be starved down to where you're going to have to make a decision. Where you're going to have to either take that chip, or you're going to go ahead and accept Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And accept your indignation of the Lord, because we sinned against him. So it's going to be some times where you're going to have some empty days with no food, no water, no wine. You're being tested to see if you can stand up to all that mess you talked on the video. You talked all that mess. You ain't supposed to have no sword. You ain't supposed to gather no food. You ain't supposed to get no water. Yahushua said, oh, really? Okay, so when I test you, you ain't gonna have nothing. You ain't gonna have nothing. You ain't gonna have nothing. Because you believe you weren't supposed to have nothing at all. You're supposed to gather something. That's the reason why the Lord gave you some sense to understand what's going on around you. So you can gather something. He's still gonna take care of you. He's still gonna look out for you. He's still gonna manifest some food right in front of you, and water, and wine. But he still wanna see if you're gonna do what you're supposed to. You see? Just keep pushing the truth. Just keep thy precepts of the Lord. That's it. You see. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. You see. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. You see. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And that's the enemy. We're going to be tearing them up. We're going to be tearing them up. Because guess what? What? Your house is purposely going to have them to come around your house. Yeah. Did you buy yourself a sword? Oh, you didn't catch the smart and cunning as a serpent part. You was only listening to the humble as a dove part? Okay. All right. Okay. You're going to be a bug out. Yep. Most definitely. You're going to be a bug out. Psalm chapter 18, verse 1. To the chief magician, a psalm of David. The servant of the Lord who spake unto the Lord the words of, and another thing, for some of you brothers that want to talk that mess, the reason why y'all won't openly agree with me, openly behind the scenes, you agree with me. When you're not with your other camp buddies, you agree with me. You agree with H.I.D. You agree with me. Buy yourself a sword when that time comes. But you don't want to. The only reason why you don't agree with me openly to the rest of the brothers is because you don't want to appear as a bug out. But during the time of Jacob troubles, when Yahweh got y'all bugging out, that's when you're going to wish you had them, was listening to Yahweh Shai and bought you a sword and stop bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? And where we see right here, and so the servant of the Lord who spake unto the Lord the words of this song in the day that the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies. You see? You see? The Lord is going to deliver us from the hands of our enemies. He's going to do that. So we can count on that. But there's still certain things that you are to do and still certain things that you are to have, because you're going to have to participate. You're not just going to be sitting there praying, dumbass. Yahweh is going to have you up and about. You're not just going to be sitting there cuddled in a little corner somewhere, hiding and shit. Telling me, the Lord is going to help me. He's going to save me. Get your dumb ass up. Get your dumb ass up. It's called Jacob's trouble. Jacob's ass is in trouble. And you about to help his ass to be in trouble. Yep, you about to help that motherfucker. That's what time it is. You know what I'm saying? During that time. Not right now. Not right now. You ain't supposed to be taking up no swords and no nothing right now. Don't get it mixed up. You're not supposed to be taking up no swords or none of that right now. But the time is coming. When Yahweh Shai said, Luke chapter 22, verse 36 through 38. Buy yourself a sword. The time is coming. And you will see. The time said, right there where it says, but now. That's the moment. When Yahweh Shai said, but now I say unto you, buy yourself a sword. That moment. That's the moment when we're not going to be out there, Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16, being officials of men. That's the time when it's going to be Amos chapter 8, verse 11. And that's the time when it's going to be for what? Malchus, the down 2/3, for his punk ass to be popped. Because he's going to come around to your house when he see the martial law police kicked in your door, beating and raping your women and your children. That's when Malchus is going to try to come in right behind the martial law police. Like he's a martial law police, because, boy, he hungry. He ain't got no food. He didn't save up no food, and Yahweh Shai ain't giving him no food. He ain't got nothing coming. It ain't going to be no food in the grocery stores, convenience stores, or the gas station. So Malchus, down 2/3, he going to be hungrier than a motherfucker. So he going to try to kick in your door right behind the martial law police. Then Malchus going to try to come in too. Malchus is the one that you're going to pop. So that's the one that Peter popped, Malchus. You ain't gonna do nothing. You gonna lay your sword down when Esau is Edom come through. You gonna lay your sword down. You gonna lay it down, and you gonna go quietly. For Revelation chapter 2 verse 10, if that's your lot, you gonna go quietly. Okay, but for Malchus, down 2/3, Jacob, his ass is in trouble, and when he come, that's who Peter popped. Peter popped Malchus. And don't get that shit construed. It's just plain right there in your face. If you don't see it, it's because Yahweh covered your eyes so you wouldn't see it. So that way you won't have no sword. You ain't going to buy no sword. The disciples went and bought sword. They came back with 2. Look, Rabbi, we have 2 swords. And what did Yahweh Shai say? Did he say, you thugs, you're thugs, what are you doing with those swords? I don't teach that. No. He didn't go off into all that. Yahweh Shai did not go off into all that. He just simply said, that is enough. Okay? That's all. He said, that is enough. And Simon Peter and the rest of them, they had them gather swords, put their swords away in its place. Okay? They didn't throw their swords away, they put them in their place. They carried swords at that time. Not now. Not now in Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Fishers of men. But the time when we will be carrying swords, when is actual famine of the word and the Jacob troubles, and we out there going your comings and your goings, and some damn two-thirds come up on you with that bullshit, like Malchus. That's when, like Peter, that's when you are to pop. Okay? For those of you who don't know when you're supposed to pop, that's the moment you pull out your sword and pop. Like Simon Peter. Now, if that's so fucking plain for your dumb ass to say, I don't give a fuck if you're top motherfucker, some low motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who you are. There's no way you can't understand that. That's the moment you pull out your sword. That's the moment. That's the moment you're supposed to have your sword. That's the moment. Ain't no such thing you ain't even supposed to have no sword at all. That's the moment. Shit. That's the moment. That's the moment that Simon Peter popped Malchus. Malchus is the damn two-thirds. Get that shit in your head. Shit real simple. God damn it. God damn it, damn it, damn it, God damn it. Now, let's continue. For the slow, y'all slow people in the back. Let's just go on down and hear this next one. This Psalm chapter 72, verse 9. Hold on. I'd like to take the time to remind you to press the like button. Go ahead and press the like button, and that helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel. And go ahead and smash that the subscription button. Go ahead, and so that and the notification bell, so that way you will receive special notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. You understand? As good shepherds of the Lord, our job is always to feed the sheep. Okay, and a lot of you brothers from GMS that watch my videos, but you don't acknowledge me. You don't like to read. But anytime I leave a precept on the comment board, y'all don't want to read my precept. But if anybody got GMS in front of their name, y'all will read their precept, but you won't read mine. But a lot of the guys that got GMS in front of their names on the comment board, not even inside the goddamn GMS camp. Dumbass. But you read they goddamn precepts, but you'll skip over mine. Fuck you. That's why the Lord gonna show you. That's the reason why the Lord starting you first in the sanctuary. Because a lot of you brothers inside the camp is not of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You're fronting and you're frauding the funk. Okay? And you're not all that you say you are. You see? Don't forget. You see? The Lord is starting inside the sanctuary. Don't forget. You see a GMS drop down. Just pop down. Don't forget. The Lord is starting first in the sanctuary, because you got a lot of brothers that got GMS in front of their name, and they is not no goddamn GMS. They not no goddamn GMS camp. They ain't nowhere near a goddamn GMS camp. We got GMS in front of their name on the comment board, and you niggas, y'all will read their precepts. Oh, yeah, this is a GMS from such and such and such. Oh, this is a GMS from such and such and such. This motherfucker not even a GMS camp. But you'll skip over mine. And I receive all my teachings from the apostles and the elders of GMS. You see? Man, that's why some of you brothers, they're so-called Mr. Guru in the camp, you're going to be surprised that a lot of brothers that you thought that's in the GMS camp, they got GMS on front of their name. A lot of them brothers that you thought was the Lord was working with, the Lord ain't got nothing, ain't doing nothing with them. Ain't doing nothing with a lot of them guys that you see lined up in the camp right along with you is not going up into the chariot. And you're going to be surprised that a lot of them guys that you seen on the comment board that didn't have GMS in front of their names is going to be up in the chariots. You're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised. That's why Yahweh said, I'm starting you first. It started you first in my sanctuary. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5 and 6. Okay? Because you got a lot of brothers that just faking the funk. They sent all in the lineup and everything, got GMS in front of their name and everything, and they just frauding the funk. And so, hey, if you don't want to read my precepts that I put on the board, well, fine then. But remember, It's not up to you to make the decision as to who's in the hope for the elect or who's not. Are you sure that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua see you as a hope for the elect? Why you looking down on me because I don't have GMS in front of my name? The reason why I haven't been down to the GMS camp because I'm low vision blind. I can't see. Motherfucker, you can see, and I can't. You can talk shit about me? Okay. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Cletus, come on. Come on, Cletus. Cletus, come on. You see what I'm saying? I'm blind, and you gonna talk shit about me. Really? Whoo. Do you realize how hard it is? How difficult it is being blind? You realize how hard that shit is? It's good. Psalm chapter 72, verse 9. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. You see? Lick the dust off his boots, off his shoes. You see, that's the time is coming when our enemies, and they're going to have to bow to us. That even so means everybody that's sitting there talking their mess, so they come at us with a book. That even means that those that's standing beside you in the camp, that's not hopeful elects. They're going to be real saddened when they see you rise, and they're not. And they was making 100 videos per second. And they was Mr. GMS Guru. But you're going to find that you got a lot of brothers that are outside the camps that Yahweh dealing with, and you got a lot of brothers that's inside the camp that Yahweh's not dealing with, because Yahweh can clearly see they're not hopeful elect. You got a lot of brothers that's in the camp that's just not, and they're not going to rise, you see. So if I was you brothers, you know, I'm only talking about the GMS brothers. If I was y'all, I'll stop that reading, that mess where you only read precepts that are put on the board by anybody that got GMS in front of their name, or you read only they precepts, bitch. But you ain't gonna read anybody else's precepts. Fuck you. Psalm chapter 89, verse 22. The enemy shall not exact upon him, nor the son of wickedness afflict him. You see, no matter how much you try to come at the righteous, the Lord is going to reveal whom his sons are and whom his daughters are. So a lot of you guys just want to sit up and try to make like you Mr. Guru and you know how to all go, and you putting everybody else down, and you're trying to make yourself out to be the standard and the beacon of what is to be and what isn't. Well, guess what? The time is coming where you're going to be the one that's revealed and made plain and bare to everybody. And you're going to be surprised when you look up and see all those many people that you talked about and scorned and talked down upon and talked about or whatever is going to be up in a chariot while your butt is still going to be left behind wondering what happened. You made 100 videos per second. You joined the camp. You made 100 videos per second. You're pushing the truth, and still you got left behind. Still you didn't rise. Why? I'm going to let you think about that. Remember, your thoughts, our thoughts are not Yahweh's thoughts. Romans chapter 9, verse 15 through 18. It's up to Yahweh to have mercy and compassion upon whom he chooses, not us. If it was up to us, we'd only choose the brother that's standing next to us in the lineup in the camp. That makes us feel like, we brother, we buddy. But what about the brother that's a hopeful elect that don't rub you right? That don't smile and with you and don't laugh at your jokes. What, he a bug out because he don't laugh at your joke? You see him as a bug out? Well, your house got him registered as a hopeful elect. So how you got him registered? See, because of your own personal, you guys got to get off of that own personal opinion thing, and you done made your mind up that somebody is or isn't an elect based on what. If Yahweh was going on what you think, then guess what? We'd all be in trouble. We'd all be in trouble if it was up to us to make the decision as to who is an elect and who's not. I know I'd make a mistake. There's no way, there's no doubt about it. I make a mistake and choose a brother that's not a hopeful elect and cast away a brother that is. And that's what a lot of some of you brothers are doing. We see it in your videos. Especially when y'all see H.I.D. pop up. I be looking in your eyes. When y'all see H.I.D., Hebrew Israelite Detroit pop up on there, boom. A certain shadow pop up on you, like a dark cloud. Oh, this menace. Oh, H.I.D., no. And you won't read my precept. You won't shalom me. But the next nigga to jump up on there, on the comment board, that got GMS on his name, you shalom GMS from such and such, this, and shalom GMS from such and such and such and such. And that nigga not even in the camp. He just got GMS on his name. You'll read all their precept. Everybody at GMS, you'll read their precept, but anybody that ain't got GMS in front of them, you won't read this. The Lord is going to surprise you, boys. He's going to surprise y'all. You'll get surprised. You find out that a lot of them brothers that you thought for sure was a hopeful elect was not a hopeful, nothing but a goddamn 2/3. And the brothers that you shunned and pushed away because they wasn't in the camp, because your penny itty bitty little minds thinking, well, Yahweh's just going to put everybody in the camp. We talking about a man of war. Yahweh's a man of war. He's not going to place all his eggs inside a goddamn basket. With you, so they can be busted? Just tip over the basket and that's it? No. Yahweh's going to scatter his men's all about. He's going to put men's in the camp to guide the way and the other men's outside the camp that's not supposed to have GMS in front of their names. But they in the camp. It's Yahweh's doing, not yours. It's not what you think. You're a man. It's not up to you. You don't determine who's in the camp and who's not. It's not up to you. You don't determine who's inside the spiritual camp. Yahweh's GMS spiritual camp. He has one. And you don't know nothing about it? That's because you're too busy thinking that it's all about you and what you think and what you say, and it's not up to you. The spirit is able to transcend past the video, past the physical. That's why we learn this truth from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whether you're standing right beside them or you on the other side of the earth. The Lord designed it this way, not you. So stop pitting brothers down who's not physically in the camp. They may be physically, some sort of physical ailment they have. I'm low vision blind. I'm blinded. That's the reason why I'm not down in the camp. That's the reason why. But go on some of the brothers' videos that's in the camp, and you'll see they bugging out. You go check the video, nigga. Don't just believe me. Go check some of their videos. Individual videos, not the whole camp all in one. Go check the individual videos of the guys in the camps, and you'll see some of them is really just going off with their preacher. You see. But they'll go gather every Saturday in the lineup with the guys. You see. That's the reason why y'all gotta get it together. You gotta get it together and stop pushing brothers away, because you may be pushing away a hopeful elect just because he ain't got GMS in front of his name. You ain't gonna acknowledge him. Oh, come on, really? Really? The brother ain't got no goddamn legs and shit, and no hands and shit. He can't make it to the goddamn camp. But you're not gonna acknowledge him. Yahweh Shai does, but you're not. Because he's not standing right beside you in the lineup. But the brother that is standing beside you in the lineup is not a hopeful elect. But he do got GMS in front of his name. Ain't that what you like? So you only gonna read his comments that he posts on the comment board, his precepts. But you ain't gonna read the precepts of the brother that don't have GMS in front of his name. But he is a hopeful elect. Motherfucker, you out your goddamn mind. That's why I laugh at some of you brothers And this is not to put GMS down because I get all my teaching from GMS. I don't get it from nowhere else. I don't go to no ICIU and GAOCC and AZBKB boo 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 doo 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 boo 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 and general draft and all the little messes. I don't go to and Bishop Natalie Snake Oil Latanya Jennifer. I purposely fuck his name up on purpose. Fuck you, Nate. You can't get your Howard's name right, so motherfucker, fuck you. I can't get your name right, bitch. Fuck you, Nate. Fuck you. To your face, nigga. You and all your millions. Fuck you. And you can't get your Howard Shaw's name right, so I'm not gonna get your name right, nigga. Fuck you. For real, dog. Fuck you. For real. I'm the blind man. The blind man saying fuck you. Flat out, dog. And the blind man saying fuck you. Flat out. You don't like it, the blind man said, get at me. Okay, my battery running down. Let me hurry up. We're going to read a few more of these and close it out. Psalms 89, verse 23. And I will beat down his foes before his face. And you see what I'm saying? Yahweh is going to beat down our enemies before our face. Bring ye hither before me, and I shall slay thee. You understand? You understand? Before his face, and plague them. You see? And plague them that hate him. You see, so our enemies, they can look forward to only wrath, torment, plagues, pestilence, and all these things levied down upon them, plus the sword, that they be thrust through. You understand? That they be thrust through. Plus they lack understanding. You understand? Psalm chapter 110, verse 3. A psalm of David. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand. This is the Almighty Father of speaking. Until I make thine enemies thy footstool. And this is what Yahweh does with us. He makes our enemies as a footstool for us to rest the heels of our feet upon. This verse 2. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. You see? You see? You see? So this is what the Lord is doing for us, to protect us, watch over us. We can look forward to it. We can look forward to it. Yes, the angels are going to protect us. They're going to make sure that we have food, water, and wine. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. The angels are going to make sure these things for us. You see, we can look forward to it. We don't have to, gather mounds and mounds and mounds of extra food and water, but you can gather a few extra cans of food and water. If Yahweh set it up for you that way, where you can have a lot that's available for you when you can gather, plus some space for you to put it, then get it. Don't sit up and let nobody hear you thinking you don't have no faith if you gather any food. Bitch, shut up. Yahweh made it clear. If he makes it available for you to have these things, then get these things. Don't sit up and let nobody have you thinking that you ain't supposed to get nothing. You supposed to just sit there. Bitch, shut up. You ain't supposed to just sit there and do nothing and curl up in a corner and pray. The Lord said, get up. I got something for you to do. Go over here. I got some water for you over there. Go over here. I got some food for you over there. I got this for you over here and that for you over there. Get up. Get up. Get up. Gird up thy loins. Gird up thy loins and get thyself ready for the battle. You understand? Because it's about to be a battle between the spiritual world and the physical world. The righteous against the wicked. You see? And so you're going to have to get yourself geared up. Get yourself ready. Get yourself in position. Okay? And have certain things you're supposed to have. Okay? And don't let nobody fool you. Okay? There's a time for everything under the sun. Okay? So, yeah, that means the time will come when just like Simon Peter, you're going to pop Malchus. It ain't going to go away, no matter how much you want to believe that. No, you only supposed to be soft and like a humble as a dove. cunning and sharp and cunning as a serpent. Don't forget that part. That comes after the humble as a dove. The humble as a dove is right now. That's what we're doing right now. But when the time comes for us to be cunning as a serpent, that's going to be the time when it's Jacob's troubles. You ain't going to be pushing the truth right then. Try it. Try to push the truth right then and see, don't you get your butt slaughtered. And it's going to be your own fault. Because Yahweh shall say, buy yourself a sword. Not now. Not now. But during the time of Jacob's trouble. Luke chapter 22, verse 36 through 38. But now I say unto you, buy yourself a sword. Okay? But that now is not right now. The but now is coming up. That's later. But it's right now, it's not right now. You see, you got to understand the difference too. That just like when Apostle Tahar got everybody to understand the difference in the verse, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. Where everybody, oh, my sausage is burning up. Hold on. Where everybody thought, damn, burning up. So everybody thought that Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1 meant straightforward, just talking about the Gentile foreigners, Israelite foreigners only. But Apostle Tahar got everybody to understand and realize it's not just talking. In fact, come on. No, come on, Cletus. No, Cletus, come on. Cletus. Cletus, come on. We're just gonna go to it. So this what Apostle Tahar made us all to understand. It's the same thing. See, because when you read that scripture, Luke chapter 22, verse 36 through 38, you see one part of it starts off where it talks about now being fishers of men, and then but the part when it says, but now I say unto you, that's talking about when we're going off into Jacob troubles. That's a whole different time. So all that is happening in that one verse, just like right here. Now this Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. You see, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. That's us. Okay, and will yet choose Israel. Okay, and set them in their own land. That's when Yahweh shall come. He's the one that's going to do away with those Amalekites over there, and get rid of them and move us over there into our own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them. Okay, so people didn't understand what that was talking about. They didn't understand exactly what that meant, until Apostle Tahar pointed it all out. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Oh, people didn't understand what that meant. They didn't understand. They were thinking the whole thing was talking about, we're only talking about the some people try to misconstrue it into talking about, well, the Gentiles are going to be joining us too. No, the Gentiles are not going to be joining us. They're going to be our handmaidens and servants. You see, they're going to be handmaidens and servants. Those that are going to be placed into our land is only going to be us. You see, anybody else is going to be handmaids and servants. They're not going to be on no level. Okay, and the people shall take them. Okay, take them and bring them to their place. You see what they're talking about? You see, they're talking about the Gentile foreigners, okay, and the house of Israel shall possess them. And now this is a two-part. Now this is talking about the heathens. Okay, and here we go. And the house of Israel shall possess them. This is talking about the heathens. But when you go before that, right here, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. That's talking about the Gentile foreigners. Okay? The Gentile foreigners, the Israelite strangers. Okay? That's a two-part, all in this one verse, where everybody thought it meant one thing. Apostle Tahar the one that pointed it out, is the two-part. You see, that's the same thing when you go to We're gonna go to it right now. See, this is a whole nother goddamn lesson that I'm sitting there going on. Let me see. Let me find, just one moment. We hit Luke. We're gonna hit 22 right quick. I just want to point this out right quick because a lot of brothers and sisters are misunderstanding this one verse, and Apostle Dyer and the rest of the apostles, they're not able to say, well, during the time of Jacob's trouble, you're going to buy yourself a sword. They can't say that. They cannot say that because then we'd be looked upon, GMS, we'd be looked upon as being bug outs and buying swords and stuff. And that's not what we're about. GMS is not about, it's not a militant group. We are not a militant group. Okay? And so, what were we looking for? 36, right? Okay. I just want to point this out right quick. Salaki, I apologize. We done went all off the topic and stuff, but it just this is such a touchy topic, and it's not gonna go away. It's not gonna go away. It's not gonna go away. Okay, verse 36. Luke chapter 22, verse 36. Then said he unto them. Now see, and they even got it in red for you to understand it. It's what the Lord is saying. It's real simple. Only a moron will be the only one that can get this. But now it's real clear. You hear that? Did you hear that? Let me say it again. But now, hold it. Wait a minute. Let's say it one more time. But now, hold it. Bag on up. We're going to go to 35. And what does it say? And the Lord said, and he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scribe and shoes, lack ye anything? And they said, nothing. Now this is talking about right now. This verse 35 is talking about right now. Because right now, we're not in need of anything. We can go out on the highways and byways. And with those of you that are not afflicted, like me, I'm blind. But those of you that are able to go out on the highway regularly, for sure, every Saturday and everything, you don't need anything. You don't need a scribe. You don't need a book, a piece of paper, a person, none of that. You need everything is right available for you on your phone. You can pull anything up. You can benchmark. You can do whatever you want. Everything. You got everything. One thing you don't have is a sword. One thing you don't have is a sword. Because that's not what we are supposed to have right now. You see? Because that's not what he sent the disciples out with. You see? And he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scribe and shoes, lack ye anything? And they said nothing. You see? So that's a whole different time. That's talking about right now. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. They're talking about being fishers of men. That's what they're talking about. Okay? That's what they're talking about. Now, verse 36 is talking about another time. Verse 36 is talking about Jacob's troubles now. Okay, now we switch over. And now it's not Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Now it's Amos chapter 11. Now it's Amos chapter 8, verse 11 right now. That's what 36 is talking about. Now let's read. Then he said unto them, but now, okay, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scribe, and he that hath no sword. Hold on, wait a minute. He that has no sword, because right now we have no sword. We're not walking around carrying no swords right now. We're not a militant group. GMS is not a militant group, so we're not walking around carrying no swords. Okay? And he that had no sword, that's us, we had no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Okay? Not right now, but during the time of Jacob's troubles, martial law, at that time when we are not Jeremiah 16:16. That's to be the time when we are Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Some of you brothers, y'all don't even want to comment on this video. Y'all don't want to say nothing. Y'all don't even want to acknowledge it. Y'all just want to say, hey, H.I.D. he'll bug out and just brush me to the side. But I guarantee you, during the time of Jacob's troubles, during the time of martial law, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, has already written it in, has spoken it in, for you to have a sword in your hand. No matter how much you want to make like I'm a bug out for talking about this conversation that you're afraid to talk about, I guarantee you, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, is going to have a sword in your hand when the time comes. Look forward to it. Because too many brothers in GMS have had dreams of them having swords in their hands and popping at who? The 2/3. Not Malchus, but Malchus. Not the Roman guards, not the Pharisees, not the martial law police, but at Malchus, the 2/3. Malchus represents the 2/3. So that's who Simon Peter popped. Okay? I just made it real clear for you. That's all I did. Just made it clear for you to understand it. Okay? Okay. That's a two-part. Humble as a dove and smart and cunning as a serpent. There's two-part. You gotta be on both. You can't just be one. You can't just be humble as a dove. What about that serpent part? You're not gonna be smart as a serpent? Okay then, but the enemy is gonna get you. You see? You see? You see? So no matter what, that's what the real deal is. So anyway, we're going to close this video out, man. Hopefully you were edified by today's video. Sorry that it went on, Salakia, that it went on long. Okay? I usually try to make a video shorter. Okay? Because I don't like watching long videos. Or nobody. So that's just the way it is. So stay strong, stay up, and keep focusing on tomorrow by focusing on this word. And this word is setting things up for you tomorrow. Okay? So we're going to end this out. We'd like to give all praise and all honor to Yahweh and Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone and taught of the truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. And if there's anything that I said that is not in agreement with the apostles and elders of GMS, that is not of them. That is not of them. Those were my words and not the apostles. If there's anything that I said that was not in alignment with the apostles and elders of GMS, then that was my own saying. And that was not the saying of the apostles and elders of GMS. So don't get it construed because of my own personal opinion. Okay? So thank you ever so much for watching the video. And as always, feed the sheep. Shalom to the hopeful elects.